Okay, what is up, everyone? Hello, hello. Darkside Phil here, and welcome to my daily update video. Now, you may be wondering, what the hell is this? Here's the deal. Lots of changes going on here with myself, with my YouTube channels. Lots of change that's going to be coming up. Lots of stuff in the works, all right? One of the major changes I've instituted is that starting as of now, I'm not going to live stream every single day. Most people have told me that live streaming every day has oversaturated things, has made it more commonplace that there's a stream every day and people don't really think that it's something special anymore, all right? And the fact that I live stream all of my ongoing playthroughs every day isn't anything that's super interesting, because it's not like I interact with the stream chat. It's just like me playing through a game normally like I used to do, you know, before I ever streamed for YouTube, only it's live streaming. So because of that, I've decided that I'm going to cut back on streams. Now, this is not overall abolishing streams or anything like that, all right? I just want to make this very clear. What it's going to be is when a game is a new release premiere, okay? So maybe the first couple days of a new game. If a game has like an ending that's coming up and I know it's going to be the conclusion of a game, maybe I'll live stream the conclusion of a game or something like that. If there's a special event like a multiplayer event or a marathon or something like that that would lend itself better to a live stream where it's not me doing some kind of an ongoing playthrough or narrative, you know. Let's face it, some of the games I'm in the middle of playing right now, for example, Watch Dogs 2. Do you really think it's super interesting for someone, especially who hasn't been caught up completely on this playthrough that I've now played for almost 20 hours, to just jump into a random stream and just see stuff happening randomly out of context? No. And I kind of get that. And the fact that I'm not a streamer who really has an audience because you want to have social interaction with me, and I'm not talking to people in the stream chat constantly or anything like that. I kind of get it now why people aren't super interested in watching me stream every single day, all right? So in direct response to what people have been telling me, I'm cutting back on streaming. Now, here's the thing. Yesterday was supposed to be the first day that I didn't live stream, and things didn't go according to plan because everything went wrong. Yeah. I booted up my computer. Here's the full story, because I haven't actually explained this except for people who were actually on stream yesterday, which wasn't supposed to happen. I booted up my computer, and here's what happened. The night before, Sunday night, I had watched Survivor Series on my PlayStation 4. It was actually through the WWE Network app. But in order to watch live streaming video on your PS4, you have to enable HDCP. If you're not aware what that is, it's high definition copy protection, and it's basically a way to prevent you from ripping video from your console. Because let's face it, if everyone was renting movies and then they were downloading those movies to their PCs and then they were ripping them up and doing illegal stuff with them, that would not be good. So that's why HDCP enables itself, or you have to enable it in order to watch streaming video on PlayStation 4, okay? Well, I forgot to turn that off. And when I opened up my streaming software, or my capture/streaming software, it does both, the whole thing went kaput. It blue-screened my PC. My whole PC crashed and restarted. And when I booted it back up, I had lost everything. I had lost all the templates. I had lost my settings. Everything was gone. And I was like, son of a bitch, you've got to be joking me. Because the thing is, I've got lots of stuff saved in there. For example, Ask the King, the Weekend Preview, all those templates and things were set up through that program, and they're all gone. Which means I'm going to have to redo them this week, especially, you know, I have Ask the King coming up this Thursday. I have, obviously, the Weekend Preview every Sunday. I'm going to have to remake those templates, which is going to be a pain in my ass. So, that sucked. But then I found out it deleted all my settings, too. So, the video quality settings, the stream quality settings, all the things that I had tweaked for the past 2.5 years, lost. I was like, son of a bitch. So, I decided to start over. And what I did is I got the newest streaming/capture software available called OBS Studio. It's only been out for a few months now. A lot of people have adjusted to it. They say that it's much better than the original OBS program that I was using. It took a few hours to figure it out, and that's why actually on Monday I ended up live streaming, even though I hadn't planned on doing it. And I live streamed and was testing with the viewing audience. Can I get the quality back to where it was? Can I get it so that I can actually stream at one quality and record at a different quality and not have a sacrifice? So it was pretty interesting. I literally did this for about 3.5 hours yesterday. And at the end, I had finally gotten it good. And it looks to me, at least from the testing that I did yesterday, it looks like I will be able to still capture at the full 1080p, 60 frames per second quality that I used to be able to do, all right? But I'll be able to live stream at other qualities, all right? Now, what does this mean? It means that some of the limitations that I've had over the past few years have now been lifted. Because one of the bottom line is one of the reasons why I ended up streaming on YouTube rather than, say, on Twitch TV or on Hitbox TV or on any of these other businesses was because, sadly, I didn't have the capability to stream at one quality and record at another. Now, I wanted to record at the highest quality. I want to have the nice-looking video for YouTube for those who are on demand and want to watch it at whatever quality they want to watch it at. They shouldn't be limited to only watching a low-quality video visually because I want to live stream that as well, right? But now that I have the capability of doing different qualities simultaneously, I now have the freedom to do things such as stream on Twitch. I'll be able to stream on Twitch at the quality or limitation that they limit everyone to. Okay? And it might work out. I don't know. The thing is, so many people since this past month when I've been asking for advice with my business and things I can do to improve and turn things around, one of the major things I've gotten from literally hundreds of people is they say return to Twitch. Return to Twitch. That's the place to go for streaming. No one goes to YouTube for streaming anymore. Last year, there was a little bit of an increase because of the YouTube gaming thing. But now that YouTube gaming is all but dead, I mean, let's face it, no one talks about it. No one uses it. Everyone's gone to Twitch, and it's all about Twitch now. So if you're going to live stream, pretty much everyone does it on Twitch, and that's what everyone's telling me to do. I don't necessarily know if it's going to benefit my business or not, okay? But it seems if the overwhelming amount of people who are giving me feedback are saying to do it, then it might be the right thing to do. Okay. So that being said, all these things being adjusted and everything this week, that's just one of the many changes that I wanted to get everyone caught up on. I don't know if I'm going to be streaming on Twitch or not. The bottom line is 2 years ago, I asked to have my account deactivated, which they did. So now I'm asking to have it reactivated. I don't know how long it's going to take. I don't even know if they're going to allow me to do it. They may just say, no, too bad. You know, and I wouldn't blame them. 2 years, I haven't been doing anything on Twitch. I certainly haven't said anything positive about Twitch in the past 2 years, right? And I've been streaming on their direct competitor, doing nothing but advertise for the YouTube streaming. So I wouldn't be surprised if they said, no, you cannot have your channel back, start over. So we'll see what happens, all right? I'll keep everyone in the loop on that. I don't know. I did officially request that my channel be reopened, but I have absolutely no idea how long it actually takes in their process there to actually get it working or anything like that. So we'll see. I'll let you know if and when I hear back. But anyway, the reason I'm making this video, the daily update, is because I'm no longer live streaming every day. Today now, the first day that I'm actually not live streaming. And I actually forgot to mention that today's date, right? It's Tuesday, November 22nd, 2016. And I'm not live streaming at all today. In fact, I will not be live streaming for the entire week coming up. I'm going to be doing all offline gameplay and projects. All right, so you're going to still see tons of new stuff on DSPGaming. There's going to be some vlogging stuff on the King of Hate vlogs that's holiday themed, okay? But you're not going to see live streams this week. So today, right now, I actually have it booted up. In fact, if you want to hear, there it is. The PS4 dashboard theme is actually in the background right now, okay? Because I've got it going. I'm actually going to be playing Watch Dogs 2 for about 3.5 to 4 hours, which is actually more than I usually play. But it's because I don't have to set up the stream. I don't have to, make sure all the settings are correct and talk to everyone in stream chat and wait for the website to update and all that. I don't have to do any of that. So I've literally created an extra half hour to 45 minutes of gameplay for myself just by not live streaming, okay? So that's going to be right now, actually. I'm going to jump back into Watch Dogs 2, right where I left off from last night. And then tonight I'm playing Batman the Telltale series episode 4. People are telling me it's short, but it's good. It seems to be the consensus is that it's a little over an hour long, so it is one of the shortest episodes, but it's actually quite good. And people are pretty excited to see me play it and see what choice I make. They say there's a critical choice in there that could be pretty interesting. So I guess we'll see. All right, that's going to be tonight. Now, all that will be recorded and uploaded to DSPGaming. No live streaming, all right? Tomorrow, Wednesday, I'm also going to be doing Watch Dogs 2 again, because my goal is to try to finish this game up, and I'm hoping maybe between 3.5 to 4 hours today, and maybe 3.5 to 4 hours tomorrow, maybe I can finish the game. I don't know. Right now, I've done almost all the side content in the entire game, and there's no other side missions that have unlocked, so I get the feeling that there may be 1 or 2 more, but I think I can focus mainly on the story now and story progression, which is good, and we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Right now, I'm really liking the game way more, I'll be honest, way more than the first game. I actually think it's a much better game than the first Watch Dogs, and I hope that if you've been following along that playthrough that you've been enjoying it. I'll be honest with everyone, I haven't heard too much because I only streamed it, 2 days? And then everything's been offline gameplay, so I don't even know. I don't even pay attention. I'm not looking at views, nothing. I'm just playing the game and enjoying it, and I really like it. It's stacking up to be one of my Game of the Year picks, I think. It's going to be in my Game of the Year awards if it keeps at the level it's been at, because it's really freaking good, okay? So that's tomorrow, and then tomorrow night I'm going to be trimming my Christmas tree, putting it up, and I'll be doing, some videos of that, and maybe even edit them together, like a Christmas special, holiday special, whatever you want to call it. Thursday, I'll be doing Ask the King, so please, if you have not yet, post up your questions on the kingofhate.com forums. There's already a thread open for Ask the King this Thursday. It's been open for 2 months, so please post up your questions. The more questions that I get, the better the show is. All right, so that'll be the first half of my day on Thanksgiving. The second half, I've got some personal stuff to do. Obviously, Thanksgiving dinner with Leanna, right, my girlfriend. And then I actually have to make a phone call to my parents for a few personal things. And then after that, I may or may not do some more gameplay Thursday night. We'll see. I may do some. Well, I just don't want to promise it yet because I don't know exactly how much free time I'm going to have Thursday night. Friday's going to be a weird day because it's Black Friday and Leanna is working. So I've already agreed to drive her in the morning to work and pick her up later at night. So it's good I'm not live streaming because that would have screwed with my live streaming schedule. But the bottom line is I'm going to play games around that. So it may be Watch Dogs 2, or it may not be because if I finished Watch Dogs 2, obviously I'm not going to keep playing it. It may be more Pokemon Moon. Or it may be I may work on the review for Watch Dogs 2. I'm not exactly 100% sure what's going to happen on Friday, but there's going to be probably gameplay and maybe a review. We'll see. I'll play it by ear, and the best way you can find out is to follow me on Twitter, @TheyCallMeDSP, where I will tell you, obviously, what's going on, every night, so you know what to expect the next day. Hopefully by Thursday night, I'll have a better idea of what to expect on Friday, okay? And then Saturday, there'll be one gameplay session. I'm not sure what it's going to be, but it's only going to be one session. It's probably going to be Pokemon Moon, because by then I probably will have beaten Watch Dogs 2, let's face it. Saturday night, I'm running out to do errands and stuff, so unfortunately, nothing else Saturday night. Sunday, there'll be another gameplay session, all right? And that's it, and then, the weekend preview and all that. And then on Monday is going to be, so Monday, November 28th, my Indies Marathon. Now, there's a big update on this because as of right now, the nominations are closed and the polls are open for people who were October patrons of mine. So if you pledged to my Patreon in October, $5 or more, you can now vote on, I believe it's 12 indie games that are now up in the running to be in this Indies Marathon. I mean, such titles such as Dust and Elysian Tale, Hotline Miami 2, what was that one? Enter the Gungeon. I don't even know what that is. I think was Darkest Dungeon in there? I don't remember if Darkest Dungeon made it. But there's 12 games in the running for this Indies Marathon, and I mean, it's anyone's game at this point. The poll just opened, and I'm very excited to see, what people vote for. I'll obviously later in the week give you guys an update on what game will probably end up being played, so you have an idea of what to expect, all right? And that's going to be a fun marathon on Monday. And yes, that will be live streamed. So the return of my live streaming will be Monday, November 28th at around noon Pacific time. All right. And it'll be a long marathon style stream. And then after that, the day after, Final Fantasy 15 releases. And yes, I'll be streaming that. So then we're going to have streaming probably at least for a couple days. Indie Marathon, Final Fantasy 15, maybe for 1 or 2 days until finally people are like, all right, Phil's now played it 10 hours. I can't keep watching the streams or whatever. So we'll see how long it goes, but I'm excited. It's going to be a great week coming up. Holiday-themed stuff paired with ongoing playthroughs and fun stuff. I'm really excited. Now, there's one thing I actually want to say about Pokemon. I screwed up. Well, I didn't really screw up. Let me explain. Everyone's been telling me as I've played Pokemon, because I live streamed it 3 days in a row, and I've been getting all this feedback, people telling me, well, Phil, you have 2 Pokemon that you cannot evolve unless you trade them with someone else. And the Pokemon in question are my Kadabra, which is the evolved form of Abra, and my Ghastly, which I believe was level 23, and then I swapped them out of my party. Well, people started sending me messages and saying, Phil, First of all, Ghastly at level 25, he evolves into Haunter. And then once he's Haunter, you can immediately trade him with a human and he becomes Gengar. The greatest form of, that ghost Pokemon. And same thing with Kadabra. Since I have Kadabra now, once I trade Kadabra, it'll become Alakazam. And that's the only way to do it. Like, I guess that's always been a thing with Pokemon. There's certain Pokemon you have to trade with other people in order to get them to evolve. So, I actually have one of my moderators in the stream chat actually offered to trade with me over online. And I trust the guy, so we traded friend codes and all that. But he said, you got to get your Ghastly up to level 25 so he'll turn into Haunter so you could trade with me and then we'll get them evolved. So I thought nothing of it. I thought, no problem. Last night, I booted up my 3DS, and I played it for about maybe 45 minutes. I mean, seriously, it didn't take that long. And I was just grinding a little bit right around the area where I am in the game, right in the water area next to the magma, or the volcano challenge trial, or whatever it is. I didn't go there yet. I just went around the water area that I've already been in, basically killing water Pokemon, and I caught like 2 new kinds of water Pokemon. There's a fish and a sea cucumber that I both caught. So as I'm doing this, my other Pokemon are leveling up. I'm like, that's good, but, all of a sudden, my freaking, my bird Pokemon, which started out as Pickpeck, and then it turned into, like, Trumpeter or whatever. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but it's basically, like, an evolved form. It evolved again. Now, it had just evolved. The last, session, it had just evolved, so I had no idea that this thing was going to evolve right away, like that soon. I thought for sure it was going to be several hours more gameplay before this thing hit its final form. No, it evolves into Toucanon, which is hilarious because a woodpecker evolved into a toucan. Figure that one out. So anyway, that's good, but at the same time, I was pissed because I was like, man, that's something I would want for the playthrough. That sucks. I didn't know that was going to happen. Now, of course, I talked about this last night on Twitter, and people were like, oh, you could have held or mashed B or something, and it would have canceled the evolution. Well, I don't know that. You know what I mean? I'm certainly not a Pokemon expert. I haven't played a ton of Pokemon games, and I didn't know that. If I had known that, I probably would have held back on it evolving until the next stream. But anyway, the thing evolved by accident. Excuse me. Oh, my God. Yeah, the thing evolved. Not much I could do about that. And what else happened? A few things happened. I did get my Ghastly up to level 25, so it did turn into a Haunter. So that's good. And I had an egg, and I hatched my egg, and God, for the life of me, I can't remember what the fuck it was. I actually can't remember what I got. I'm pretty sure whatever it was, I put it into my box. I'm not sure. I guess I'll have to double check next time I play Pokemon, right? I can't even remember. And, also, I did what everyone's been begging me to do, and I always forget to do, Mystery Gift, which ended up being the lower level Snorlax. I can't remember what that's called either. It's supposed to be like the unevolved Snorlax, and it gave me a Snorlium Z. So I have those as well, and that's cool. Maybe I'll start using those too, new Pokemon and stuff. So that's good. It's good because now what's gonna happen is over the next day I'm gonna try to actually tonight, if we can, I'm gonna try to trade with my my moderator and evolve those 2 Pokemon so they'll be in their bigger forms for when I continue the gameplay of Pokemon later this week. So that'll be neat. And for those who've been following the Pokemon playthrough, I'm really enjoying it. I'm actually kind of sad that for the next couple of days I can't play it, honestly. But I think the best thing to do here is to try to finish off Watch Dogs 2, since I know that's a feasible thing. Like Pokemon Moon, I know I'm going to be playing it for weeks. I just know it. I know how long those games are. You know what I mean? There's just no way. There's no hope. If I played that game for a week straight, I probably wouldn't beat it. Watch Dogs 2, I'll probably finish relatively soon. So that's the way to go. Focus in on that, and then Pokemon later in the week. Okay? Alright, so outside of all of that information that I just covered for you, I hope that this was an informative video, alright? I'm not going to be doing these every single day that I'm not streaming. It'll only be every maybe couple of days or few days when I feel I have something that I want to update everyone on. The prospect of maybe going back to Twitch to stream and updates regarding all my gameplay, my schedule, and updates regarding Pokemon. This is interesting stuff, at least to me, and I think that you would find it interesting too, okay? Now, being that we are really, near the end of the month here, very close. I mean, we've got a holiday week here, and the next week's a short week. Obviously, You guys and gals who are watching this video probably know about all the ways that you can support myself and my business, whether it's the Loot Crate discount code in the description of all my videos, whether it's following me on Twitter, checking out KO Gaming, my reviews channel. I do want to throw out there Patreon, and the reason I just want to bring this up, you can see it right there, patreon.com/DarkSidePhil, is there's only about a week left. In fact, there is exactly a week left. I'm looking at my calendar. Actually, I take that back. There's a week and a day left to pledge to my Patreon for November. Now, keep in mind, the event for November is the multiplayer event. I actually don't have the screen ready, because remember I told you everything crashed yesterday? I don't even have the screen here. I can't bring it up and be like, oh, you know, here it is. You know, I don't have it ready, and I apologize for that. But yeah, the event this month, the multiplayer event, if you pledge $5 or more by the end of the month, you can play multiplayer games with me in late December and early January, including Battlefield 1 and the 2 different Call of Duties and Overwatch and, you know, Gears of War 4 and Titanfall 2, all these games that I have. You'll be able to play multiplayer sessions with me that are controlled sessions, no trolling, voice communication, good stuff, all right? So please consider pledging by the end of this month. And by the way, it's not just about that. It's about helping me keep doing this as a job, you know, with everything that's going on YouTube right now. And by the way, it's not just me talking about it. All the big YouTubers are now talking about how subs are screwed up and views are wrong and everything's down and ad revenue's down and everyone's hurting. I mean, I've only been talking about this for 4 months now. Now the big YouTubers finally notice it. But, yeah, stuff kind of stinks right now. But you can help me by pledging to my Patreon. And keep in mind, you also get your own personal perks like getting text or verbal thank yous in my videos, getting, you know, your premium access to the forums. For example, right now, the patrons who are voting on this Indies Marathon is directly as a result because they pledged, you know. That's pretty big power to be able to control the games that I play in marathon events and stuff. So that's pretty neat. And you could also, you know, get your questions guaranteed to be answered on Ask the King, or you can get a private Q&A video made, all that stuff, all that good stuff. So please consider pledging if you have not. And of course, my girlfriend Leanna has her own business, The Black Currant, handmade glycerin soaps, wax tart melts. It's good stuff. The holidays are coming up. It's a great idea for a gift, right? It really is. Something different for a friend or a loved one. A significant other. We actually had one person who bought a gift basket last year and gave it to his girlfriend / I guess fiance, and it went so well that he did it again this year. He was like, holy shit, she liked it so much, I ordered it again, and ordered all different scents this year, you know, because she really liked it last year. So all that kind of stuff's available. Check it out. The link right there is on your screen. And keep your eyes and ears open, because I'll be mentioning shortly, there's going to be a sale coming up this week. Just like with every single freaking business on the planet that has a sale Black Friday week, Leanna will have one as well. All right. That is it for today's daily update. I hope you enjoyed the video, everyone. Thank you for watching. I'm off to play some gameplay. See you then.